Hello, beautiful people. My name is Maniac, the kind of guy that'll always ask if it's safe before he joins in a stealth match, and today we're going to be looking at Election Day. So let's get right into it. So first off, let's go into the inventory. I'll start fresh so I can show you each thing you're going to need specifically. So first, let's start in Ghost, because just like with every other video I've done, ECM Specialist is a must if you're going to stealth. So let's work our way up this tree here. You don't really need it, but you can ace ECM Overdrive. You can open doors on the first day of this heist, as it is a multi-day heist. It isn't exactly necessary, but it comes in handy if you're trying to stealth. Let's see. Lockpicking faster is also, comes in handy. Basic cleaner. Uh, Let's make yourself a little bit faster. Let's go with duck and cover. I ace parkour. That's just me. I like being able to run in every direction. I also ace inner pockets. You don't need to ace this skill if you don't use ballistic vests. If you just use a suit, you don't need to ace inner pockets. Completely unnecessary. I'm also going to put a point here, and a point on, well, ace basically, optical illusions, as it will give you more concealment for each silent weapon that you have. What a lot of people make this mistake and wonder why they can't have their concealment be lower, is because they don't have optical illusions aced and inner pockets basic. You do that, it'll get a lot lower. So there's not much else we really need here in terms of Ghost. So let's work our way to, well, I guess Enforcer, so we can put a point on throw bags farther. It isn't exactly necessary, believe me. And maybe take 50% less damage, just in case. Other than that, there isn't really much else you need. This is basically it. Of course, I'm going to go with my Zerker build, because that's just what I do. There we go. So even with going with my Zerker build, and I'll show you why I went up this tree here in a moment, it's mainly because, it makes me slightly faster, but we have 29 skill points left over. That is plenty. You don't need to be max rank to be able to do this by any means. If you want to make this heist a lot easier, you can ace portable saw, and it goes really well with your Zerker, with Berserker, of course, because, you do more saw damage. So if you bring a saw, you can use it on the second day, making it a lot easier. But I'm going to play this as if I didn't have that many skill points to blow, so I'm going to get rid of that and just stick with 29. In fact, I'd say we don't even really need those, in fact, so 38 really is all you need. So, of course, I'm going with my lightweight ballistic vest, just because that's what I use. If you don't have optical illusions aced or don't want to ace it, just use the suit. There isn't much of a difference. Always bring your ECM jammer, for this heist anyway, as you don't really need anything else. We've already looked at the skill set. So here you have Burglar, which is a viable stealth build, for a stealth build. It is DLC, however, so if you don't have it, then I recommend using Crew Chief, as it gives you more stamina. It isn't the most useful thing, but if you don't have the Ultimate Edition of the game, you make do with what you got. So, Crew Chief, if you don't have the DLC, if you do have the DLC, you can do Burglar, or if you have the Zerker build that I'm running, you can use Yakuza, which will make you 20% faster, I believe. Yes, which is always a nice thing. So, I use Dynamite. It isn't exactly necessary to use anything else, because it's not exactly necessary. I use a pen as my melee weapon, as the concealment is low. See how it says 32 to the right there for concealment? That is the max concealment you can have with the 1 melee skill concealment aced, or basic, I believe. So, as long as you have a melee weapon that's at 32 concealment, you're fine. Anything higher than that, or lower than that, raises your detection. We don't want that. So, for shotguns, I use the GSPS, which is amazing. But if you don't have the Goat Simulator DLC, just bring a Judge. Please. This is a great weapon. It is a shotgun. Yep, right here. All you have to do is join the Steam group, I believe, and you pretty much get it for free. Just make sure that when you do buy it, or do use it, use a suppressor or the shush, because they are silencers, basically, and they will help a lot. So I'm going to use that shotgun. Doesn't matter what shotgun you use, just use a shotgun, basically, because they're great for stealth, especially if you mount it right. For primaries, I use the Interceptor Akimbos. They are fantastic. They are very silent, very sneaky, shoot very fast. Your mask and character don't matter like always, however I'm going to put on that one as it's my favorite, and I believe that's everything, so let's get into it. The Election Day heist will be with the elephant down here, and honestly I think he should have more contracts. He doesn't have enough contracts.
Help the citizens of DC to vote right. We need to find the ballot machines in the harbor and intercept them before they get deployed. The machines must swing votes to me. May the best man win.
So as you can see here, I've done this heist before the One Down update plenty of times. This is my most favorite heist to do in this game. I absolutely love this heist. It takes about maybe a minute to do the first day correctly.
The elephant's PR will claim he came to power through depth, leadership, and integrity. But that's bullshit. That oily bastard's going to cheat his way to the Senate, and this is where you come in.
So I'm just going to skip all that.
89.
Basically,
The truck that has the voting machines. It'll be bound for Washington.
all we have to do is find and tag the right truck. That's it. There's no time limit.
Make your way inside. Be quiet.
You always spawn in this area, by this dock. Now at first glance, this map can be kind of tricky, and a lot of new and old players kind of avoid this mission. I don't know why. It's so easy to do once you get the hang of it. It's a lot of fun. So, as you can see here, we start off, there's a little, I guess we're in a square, basically. Just think of it like that, with a gate right here. So I'm going to show you what I do. I run off to the side, and don't worry about anything else right now, but you can always jump up this every single time. You can always jump up here. So you can always scout, see what's going on, spot any guards, see if there's any guards around, and boom, shoot the lock right on the gate. As you can see, a civvy walks up, but don't worry, you can jump over the gate.
All right, you're in. Now hunt around.
Climb up these boxes here. They will always be here. This will always be the same.
Search containers.
The only thing that'll be different is sometimes there won't be a tarp on this fence, so you can clip through it and just walk, you know, like any other fence. In fact, I can't imagine why a tarp would hinder that, but
There have to be
whatever.
clues around the wall that'll help you figure out which
You don't need to even worry about running along the back area here, as it's kind of unnecessary. You don't really even need to. And for whatever reason, I got really lucky on the guard spawn today. I don't know why, but I'm going to restart this anyway and show you how I do it and take it slow the first time. So, what you can do is you can sprint and jump right here. There you go. Be careful, because guards will walk in between that little crevice there. It isn't, you know, as long as you're careful, you should be okay. So, what I like to do is, I like to be very quick and work my way about right there. So, run, just bounced off of that for some reason,
Those containers have cargo.
and just kind of crouch your way through here,
Trucks.
because guards will walk through, as well as civvies, and they will spot you. So just be careful, duck around. So the main thing we're looking for here is the computer. The computer will be in these rooms 1, 2, 3, 4. There's a warehouse right across from it, and there will be 2 rooms in there that the computer can be in as well. Oh. Yeah, see, there's a guard right there walking in. Now, the computer will be on the table right in front of the window right here, which I don't see one. So we're going to have to sneak our way upstairs, as it may be up there instead. Or it may be in the other warehouse, but we'll check each room so I can show you the map as a whole, basically. So, nope, it's not in there, because you would see it through the glass. Work our way up the stairs. Okay, see? Here's the computer right here. If it would be in the other room, you just run through, it would be right there. I'm going to show you the other warehouse, and then I'll come back to this really fast. Always check to make sure there's no guards or anything walking around. To get to the other warehouse easily, you can just jump down, jump across. Be careful, because there is a lot of traffic.
Stay back. Guard.
But to make this really easy, you can just jump and sprint right here behind these trash cans. You're pretty much safe.
Stay fucking quiet.
As safe as you can be sneaking around this place anyway. So to check the last 2 rooms, 1, and then you just run up here, and 2. Easy. So if the computer The computer will always be in one of these 6 rooms. I always check that warehouse first, as there are 4 rooms, so there's slightly more of a chance that it'll be there first before being in here. Now, that isn't to say that it isn't in here at all. It's been in here plenty of times, but I always check the other one first just because. So we're going to run back, and I'll teach you how to do the right truck as well as show you where the trucks are. Ooh, that was close. Well, let's see if I can sneak around him.
Guard, careful.
So the trucks are back where I was. So you remember this little box we just hid behind right here in this warehouse? The trucks will always be in the same location, right here off to the side.
One of these trucks is carrying the voting machines to Washington. When you think you know which one it is, get the tracker on it, and we can move on.
So it will always spawn on the opposite side of this cargo ship, on the other side of the, your spawn. It'll be over there. So you're basically trying to run in a U shape to get here. Now, you see the trucks. They all have the same names every time. It's always the same 4 companies. Avalon, Kranich, Omni, and Hefty. It'll always be these 4 trucks. So how do you tell which one is the right one, considering there are 6 and some of them share the same name? A really easy way to just knock off about 4 of them is if they have the same name, it's not the right truck. So you see here, Kranich and Kranich. You can already take these 2 out of the equation because it's never the same truck twice. Here we see Avalon, and down there that one also says Avalon. It isn't Avalon either because, 2 trucks again. So it comes down to either Omni or Hefty. It's either Omni or Hefty. So how do you determine from there? Well, you can search the crates in and around the cargo containers, and sometimes it'll tell you based on the color of the container.
Stay fucking quiet.
I never liked using that method as it just was overcomplicated at that point, because then you'd have to see what was in what color container, and then, what trucks, and yada yada yada. I would just prefer to use the computer. So that's what we're going to do, and I'll show you exactly how it goes. So the order that the trucks will always be in will be Avalon, Kranich, Hefty, and Omni, I believe. So if you don't see one pop up, that it's the right truck.
PC is showing where the trucks are headed.
So there we go. Avalon popped up, so that means it's not Avalon. We already know that. Kranich will pop up next, because it's not Kranich. So it's either going to be Omni or Hefty. So Hefty popped up, which means it's Omni. So whatever company doesn't pop up in this computer is the correct one. So I'm not actually going to complete the heist. I'm going to restart and show you how to do this really fast in rapid succession. And then we'll get on to day 2. So as you can see, I tagged the truck, which all you have to do is run up to the side and hold the use button. And how do you get out of here? Well, kind of the same way you came back in. Jump on top of the boxes here, and just jump on top of that. Then you can crouch jump across, be careful not to be spotted, and then there you go. Sprint back to the finish and you're home free. It's really easy, actually. So I'm going to restart, and I'm going to show you how to do that, just how I do it, just really fast. That day can be done in about 40 seconds. You don't need any assets, you don't need anything else, just speed. So we're going to do that same exact method again. So jump, jump, jump,
Alright, you're in. Now hunt around. There's
sprint,
gotta be a clue about which
sprint.
truck is carrying the voting machines to Washington. Search containers, check computers, anything you can to figure out the right truck.
Computer's in the same place. So let's use it. Oh, okay, so Kranich popped up first, which means it's Avalon, because the order always goes Avalon, Kranich, Hefty, Omni, I believe. So Avalon didn't pop up, meaning it's Avalon. So we're going to run, get up here, jump across,
Stay back.
and you know what? See if I can sneak by this guy. I didn't think so. But we'll place an ECM, and that's why we bring those, and then we'll moonwalk to the finish. Done in less than 50 something seconds, 57 seconds. There we go. Easy.
Let's see where that truck leads us.
Now, how do you tell if a computer is in the warehouse, by the way, is if there is an electrical box outside of it. To be honest with you, the method that I use has me going through all the warehouses anyway,
I've
so
traced the truck to a
specifically
warehouse
looking
out
for
by
that
Goose Island.
isn't
It's a
exactly
distribution
necessary.
depot, contracted to ship the voting machines to their final destination. With a little
So if
technical
you
risk
choose the
taking,
wrong
we're
truck,
going to make
you'll
those
have a totally
machines
different
more
day 2
sympathetic to the
than
office of
this
your
day 2.
candidate.
You can't sneak...
That slimy ball bag McKendrick. Get in there, get them hacked, get out. Simple. Once again, the elephant is extending his stealth bonus if you can keep it quiet.
You done, Bane? Thank you. Basically, if you choose the wrong truck on the first day, the second day will always be loud. You can stealth it to a point, but eventually it will go loud, and it sucks. It's fun, but it sucks. So, when you stealth the right way, and you get the correct truck, you'll get to this warehouse. Now, for the assets, I always buy a spotter, body bags, extra keycard, and for warehouse, the warehouse ladder. I usually buy this for, if I'm playing with public in a pub lobby, people tend to use the right side of the building more than the left, and I'll show you exactly what this does. I'll show you what they all do, but what that one does specifically. You don't need ammo, doctor, or vantage point, especially the vantage point. It's kind of unnecessary. It's funny, but it's unnecessary. So let's get right into it.
That's the warehouse.
Okay, you'll always spawn in this location, always.
First, you need to break into the depot. Try and keep it quiet. If you can't keep it quiet, make it fast.
So what you're going to do is turn around, pick up the keycard asset you bought, and pick up a body bag. You should have 3 if you got that one cleaner skill. If not, don't worry about it. Hopefully we won't need it. It's just an extra precaution. So if you were to buy the vantage point, you'd pretty much just be sitting up there on the roof, watching guards go by, which is kind of not helpful. I mean, it is to a point, but not really. So you can sneak in multiple ways. No matter what, you have to clip one of these fences to get inside. But like I said, you'll always spawn here. And if you manage to sneak this mission and grab all the computers, get them hacked without being caught, this truck here will open up, and there will be lots of gold. So that's what we want for you. So let's get that gold. So a lot of people I know like to use the right side. I personally like to use the left.
Your first job is getting into the depot. Scout the area, check for cameras and guards.
So here's a good example.
Look
So
out,
guards like
guard.
this, some guards that walking around out front don't actually have
Guard.
pagers. This guard in particular
Guard,
does not.
careful.
How do I know that? Well,
Look
because I
out.
played this heist so goddamn much. But
Stay fucking
most
quiet.
white shirt guards do. This guard doesn't. So let's take him out. That was smooth. Anyway, now that he's done, this entire side's pretty much clear. There's no camera. Sometimes there will be a camera there, so be careful. Okay, so your first objective is to find a crowbar. On Death Wish and higher, you have to find a crowbar in order to hack the computers. To open up the crates, I mean. So, I use the left side because there will sometimes be a crowbar here. And there will also be a crowbar, if there's a guard standing there.
Guard on patrol.
There is. There will be a crowbar up
Look
against the
out,
wall right
guard.
next to the bike. But there isn't. So, we'll have to go inside. But before I do that, and I know I'm hitting you with a lot of information, I'm sorry. There's a lot of things that go into this heist. So, one very important thing to look out for this
Once you
heist
have something to break them open,
is
stick
that
in the crates.
always watch for where the open door is on this map. See how the the outside door right here is closed. That door over there is closed, and I believe that one's closed as well. That one's closed, but that one... Where's the open one? That one's open right there. Usually when there's an open door on the map, that means that there will be a lot of foot traffic. So, I don't recommend going in that way. I see a lot of people looking at an open door and just running through it, which is a very, very bad thing to do. Because they usually run face first into a guard, and on this map, running into a guard usually has you pissing off maybe about 4 or 5 more guards. So that's not good. So I run up these spiral stairs, which is totally practical, and you can lockpick the door, or you can do it the totally unnecessary way that I do, and jump and crouch onto this bar. You can't
Those
just
shipping
jump
crates are
onto it.
tighter than a
Well, I
man's
guess you
asshole.
can.
You need to find something to break them open.
Jeez, thanks, Bane. I guess you could just technically jump onto it if you're lucky, but I like to jump crouch. A lot of players have trouble with that. Lockpick the window. Why do I lockpick the window? Well, it's easier to see if guards are walking by, as they will patrol this area, as well as it takes like significantly less time to get through, so that's always fun. So next we're going to... See, sometimes there'll be a crowbar here as well, but there wasn't. I guess it's a good thing I'm getting unlucky with the crowbar spawns, because I can show you all the locations. So sometimes there will be key cards on these desks. Here, and there, and sometimes on the computer, I believe. Let's see. And here, and whatnot. Okay, so that's the next step. So the cameras, when you get through that window, will sometimes be here. There will sometimes be a computer set up with a little civilian. He's not there, obviously, so we're going to have to check the other side. So what I'm going to do is, what I like to do, is I lockpick this window here in the corner, open it up, jump through, sprint across and be careful, and then lockpick this window. So basically, if you don't know, I just basically ran across the entire building to get to the complete other side. So jump in, make sure there's no guards. Well, that's how you take out the cams anyway. And that was basically it. So once the cameras are down, I'm just going to take this opportunity to show you little tricks and tips that I like to use anyway. So once you take out the camera, some neat little tricks are, in case things do get loud like this, and you're locked in, don't ever lockpick doors to get out. Break this window here, and the same applies for the other side, as you can just jump right out the window, as well as jump right back in. I see a lot of players lockpick the doors here when things go loud like this, and it takes like 20 seconds, 10 seconds to do based on your skills. You can just jump out the window. It's rather simple. Now, if it's quiet, don't do that, because you'll just do what I did and alert all the guards. But if it's silent, hey.
It's the turret!
Oh, goody. Well, let's see if I can get to the other side and show you the other window. And then we'll actually get this heist started for real, and I can kind of show you how to do it all without, messing it up. So once again, break the window, and there you go. You're outside. So if you're ever on either side of the building, and you need to, get out quickly, you take the window. It's the quickest on either side. So let's actually do this for real instead of, doing what I just did. To be honest with you, I was expecting that anyway. So let's go. Ladder, body bags, keycard, and spotter. So here we go. Grab the keycard, grab the body bag, run to the left side, and watch for guards and whatnot. Usually you're pretty safe. Oh, there's that camera. There's no crowbar here. But there was a crowbar there. But I'll show you more spawns as we go along. So we run up the ladder, get up on the bar, point out the camera instead of lockpicking for some reason. Jump in. And the cams are here. So there we go. So what do you do with the body if you kill him here? Don't leave him here, as guards will patrol this area. What I like to do is I like to take him, drop out the window, throw him in the dumpster. Guards won't open it, they won't see it. Easy peasy. So watch for guards again, jump in. I hear footsteps. Alright. Oh, there he is.
Guard.
So as you can see, there's a crate there. So what do you do with it? Open it up, and there you go. There's one of the computers. And you know what else I see out of the corner of my eye? Another crowbar. Woohoo. 3 crowbars. 1, 2, 3. Including the one I got, I mean. So is the door here open? No, it's closed, but here we go. Another crowbar. And another crowbar. Wow, that is... Wow. I've never seen that many crowbars spawn on this map before. But this is why I like doing the side. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 chances for a crowbar.
That should make the elephant happy. Now close up the crate and keep going.
So when you get to this little warehouse, and I like to start with it, if both of these doors are closed, it's a great place to usually find a box or two. See? Now, not all crates will have a computer in them, and each hack takes about 30 seconds. If a guard walks in and sees the hack going, they'll be alerted, and then your whole day gets ruined. And contrary to what Bane says, I'm also getting really lucky with these computer spawns today. Jeez. Contrary to what Bane says, you do not need to close the crates. I don't know why he says that. If the crates are, like, open-ish when a guard walks in, they don't notice them when they're like this. As long as the hack is done, the guards will never notice. You can close them if you want, but besides that, I can't remember the last time I actually closed a crate on this heist, and I've done it over 200 times. So with our keycard that we got, let's open up this one right here. You can usually tell if you jump up there and look in through the gates, or, which one has a crate in them, but I like to live life dangerously, so let's see if I'm lucky. I am not, but if you open this one on the end, sometimes if you crouch and you walk up against it, there will be a crate on the other side of this fence, which you can open, and if it has a computer in it, you can still hack. Weird. But hey, whatever works. So let's get this one open. And empty. So let's go to the other side now. Be quick about it. Get up the stairs here. Be careful, because there will be guards patrolling up here, so, stay low when you need to, move when you have to. But if you're going to move, I recommend moving very quickly. People sometimes take too long when they run around, and they hesitate a lot, which ends up leading to you more or less, walking face first, into a guard.
Hey, guard.
So here we go. On the other side, this is where I, boned up about 5 minutes ago. There will be a keycard here on the desk sometimes. There can be a keycard on the desk in here as well as lots of packages. I'm not going to collect them this time around, as this heist is already as, ridiculous as it is. Oh, and we got a guard walking by. He'll most likely see me, but this is a good opportunity to show you where to throw the body in case the cam guy is on this side and you do
I've
kill
made
him.
some pot roast if you boys are hungry. Come and get it.
Pot roast actually sounds amazing right now, but I digress. So we're going to back him up, and I'm going to show you where you can throw him for this, to be a lot easier. I don't know why they wouldn't notice the bloodstain, but hey. So a lot of people like to throw the body bag outside into the dumpster, like I did on the other side. It's completely unnecessary. Take the body, if you kill the cam guy or anybody else up here, throw him here. In this little room right here, up against the corner. Guards will walk over here, they'll walk in this room, but guards never walk in that room. So just bag them up, throw them in the corner. Also, there will sometimes be a crowbar in this back room as well. So let's go over here and see if there's anybody. Nope. And nope. So let's go and open up this crate. Empty. So we're going to drop down, bang my face on the ground, and let's see, let's open this one. Wow, I'm bad with that. And as you can see, I checked over here, but there's nothing.
Guard, careful.
Also, these areas are also safe from guards, usually. Sometimes the cop guards will walk in here. I don't know if they patched that, but they used to. It was super weird back in the day. So, as you can see, I like to start out on the far left side, run across the top, and then make my way to the far right side,
Watch
making things
guard.
a lot easier. Sometimes there will be a crowbar on this little desk right here, on the little shelf right there. There sometimes will be a keycard here, as well as here and in there, and there can sometimes be a crowbar hiding here. So now that I have 2 more keycards, well, I guess I won't try my luck just yet, but I can show you where another crowbar will spawn, and it will be right here, up against this pole. So let's see. Well, he's going to spot me. So once he moves, we can, well, you know what? I'll just do this computer. So now that he's moving, let's open up some of these, thought he would keep moving. Wow, I have not found a single crate in those, have I? Let's get the last key card and try this one. Hey, finally. Was bound to find one sooner or later, and it's empty. Alright, well, sometimes in these containers you'll also find a money pile. Bag it up. Pile of money. Hey, not all bad, right? I'm not exactly sure on how many there will be, but there can be a good amount. I like to throw them over there in the corner. That is very dangerous to do, as the guards will see that eventually, but it usually takes them a good while to notice it. There will also be a lot of packages in here in these containers as well. If you're looking for all the packages, or all the extra loose money, you're going to probably want to bring a saw with you on this day. Especially a silent saw. Especially a silent saw. Unless you're just rushing this. As you can get all these open with a silent saw with no problem. It's, really quick. So let's get those last two computers. I'm going to start working my way towards the middle now. There can sometimes be crates here, there, here. Wow, this area is empty. Oh, there's one. This area is usually the worst as, guards patrol this area a lot. In fact, I'd honestly be surprised if this hack doesn't get spotted in the next maybe 30, 20 seconds or so. And let's open up this one. Nope. And then, as you can see, that door is open, so doing one here would be a bad idea, as there's a lot of foot traffic. Well, looks like my cat's getting excited. So, we're going to open up a door to the outside now, and that hack is finished, which is good. We're going to make our way outside because, open up the door,
Guard.
there will sometimes be a crate here, a crate in this truck, which there is not, a crate here, and a crate on the other side. Empty. Uh-oh. Oh, he didn't have a pager on him, so let's bag him quickly. And there we go.
Guard.
See, if you're going to do something, or if you make a mistake, just make sure that whatever you're doing, you do it quickly. You clean up your mess as quickly as possible. You gotta be fast. This will be the last computer. Hopefully I can do this without boning it up. Oh, for a second there I thought he was gonna walk outside. That would have, ruined everything. Okay, so we're pretty much done. As long as this hack goes unhindered for the next 20 seconds, we're good. Now, I'm going to show you the warehouse ladder now, and probably move those extra money bags for the heck of it. This gentleman also won't have a pager, as he's a plain cop guard. I've got no more body bags, huh? That's alright.
Just got a message from the elephant. Your bonus for keeping things clandestine has been dropped off. It's near the escape van.
So when you hear that, this heist is done. We can leave, we can escape, no problem. Easy. Now, I'm going to throw my money bags over there. I probably should have gotten a skill where I throw money farther, but I decided against it just to show you guys you don't need a whole lot of skills to do this. So, clip open the fence, carry the money over, intense gameplay, and leave it over here for the heck of it. Sometimes guards will patrol the streets. It's irritating, but, it's not a big deal. So let's throw it on the other side here. And when you walk up to this truck,
Bonus. Get it to the van. You guys deserve it.
awesome. So let's throw the money inside.
Fuck yeah.
Boom.
Delivered.
And there we go. There will always be a lot of gold here.
Fuck yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 things of gold. On one down,
Got
that's a lot. Wow, that was shameful.
It's delivered.
Alright.
Fuck yeah.
This guy's really enthusiastic about his bags, let me tell you.
Got it.
So there we go. All of this
Fuck
is done. Now, I'm going to show you one last thing, as, literally all I have to do is go to the escape at this point. But the warehouse ladder asset that we bought is right here. So if you do want to come on the right side and start on the right side instead, all you have to do is climb this ladder with, holding both guns in your hand. I wish I could climb a ladder with no hands. That'd be impressive. Lockpick this window here. Watch for guards. And there you go. You're inside now on this side. Easy. So, I guess at this point I'll just escape, and we can see what kind of loot we got in. Also, be very careful when you get off this roof, as you can fall and die, or get downed. So we're going to run over, going to ECM, and like all the other heists, I like to throw dynamite. It should make a point. There's still a decent amount of guards on this map, and they will instantly be alerted.
I think I'd get used to this.
Outstanding work. Tonight, you clowns made yourself a friend in high places. You'll never pay another parking ticket in this town.
Now, I don't like doing this heist because of the payout.
Unorthodox way of solving it. A heist in the heist. I appreciate your cleverness. Votes will be cast correctly now.
The payout and the experience given on this heist isn't very good. Granted, I mean, what, the first day took about a minute, and the second day, if you have a good team, can take about 4 to 3. I mean, it took me 10, 12 on the second day, but, you know, with exploiting everything. It isn't a very good heist, but the thing that makes it stand out is that 20% stealth bonus in the corner there. It's fantastic. I mean, that's a lot. You take that into Rats, or Framing Frame, or Cook-Off, and it's a huge boost. Oh boy. Bodhi. Well, that was basically it. I'm pretty sure the next heist is going to be either Diamond Store. It'll probably be Diamond Store, honestly. Also, check the description. I'm going to be doing a giveaway here on probably my next video or two, so, you know, keep that in mind. And, like always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next video.